Hi there, welcome to Razan's Mental Health Corner. Today I wanted to start a small series about codependency. The reason I'm doing this, in addition to my Transformation Tuesdays, is because I'm finding myself speaking a lot to my clients, multiple clients, about what codependency looks like. And it's pretty prevalent that a lot of us actually have codependency, and I kind of want to go dive in a little bit deeper as to how this develops, what it looks like, and where do we see it in our current lives, and where did we see it in our younger lives, and kind of just generational patterns of codependency, cultural patterns of codependency, and why do we actually even behave in that way. So the very first thing I wanted to do is actually clarify the difference between codependency and dependent personality disorder. I get this a lot, where a lot of my clients actually believe that codependency means you depend on other people. That's actually not the accurate definition of codependency. Depending on other people is dependent personality disorder. And what does that look like? Well, these are folks that have a very difficult time making decisions for themselves or for anybody else. They actually need the approval of somebody else to meet their emotional needs, decision-making needs, financial needs, possibly, all of your basic needs, housing. Sometimes dependent personality disorders are completely unable to take care of themselves. They are completely dependent on the person that they are with, or they live with. It could be a family member. This is a very tough personality disorder to have, because you second guess everything and you're always afraid of making a decision, a big decision specifically, on your own. So that's very different than codependency. Codependency is the emotional need to make sure that you have the approval of the person that you have a relationship with, whether it's a child, a parent, a significant other. So codependency is about gaining approval, feeling needed, feeling wanted, feeling approved of, feeling relevant, making somebody happy. And as long as somebody else could be happy because of us, then we feel accepted, and we feel wanted, and we feel loved. And there are a lot of layers under codependency and how it develops, but really it is the emotional need to make sure that we satisfy the needs of everybody else, kind of to keep the peace. We'll go into details as to how this even developed for you in the first place, possibly. So, I wanted to first start with the difference between the two. Codependency is usually a result of either traditional values and cultures and upbringing and just how things are supposed to be. And I'll dive in a little bit of that. Being Middle Eastern, I could definitely share some of that experience with you and what that would look like. And then secondly, it could be that you actually grew up with an abusive parent or an authoritarian parent, or just a parent that may not have had the tools to handle and regulate things differently, right? And sometimes we do this without even realizing, to our kids. And so, maybe if I start this and people could see it and share it, we can get that awareness out there as to how we can actually create codependency in our children without even realizing it. Also, it could come from very dysfunctional relationships, relationships with an addict, relationships with a narcissist, relationships with somebody with a personality disorder. These are very difficult people to have relationships with, and therefore we see a lot of emotional disturbances in the folks that are actually on the receiving end of some of these people's behaviors and thought processes. So the first step was to pretty much introduce to you the difference between the two. And then as I continue these videos, I'm going to add, a lot of different segments to it. And, feel free to reach out to me and let me know if you need any other information. But for now, have an awesome day. Be safe out there. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. Bye-bye.